You got that hot pizza to move. Okay. All right. Dave's a pizza guy. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. I know some pizza guys that make, like, bank. Legitimately. My buddy used to be a store manager at a pizza place in town here. It's a national chain. It might be owned by me. Or, you know, might have been started by somebody with my name. Spelled a little different, though, but, you know, still my name. And he was making bank. He started as a driver, worked his way up, was a store manager for a while. He was making bank. He really was. He was doing really well for himself. Too bad he had a gambling and drinking problem, but you know. Other than that, man, he was doing all right for himself. Except for he blew all of his money at the casino, but you know. Or at the boat. I'm from Missouri. I'm supposed to say at the boat. For those of you that don't know, in Missouri, all of our casinos have to be on water. So it's not, I'm going to the casino, it's, I'm going to the boat. So yeah. Even though here in St. Louis, there's one casino that's like, not really on the water. They dug a channel to the river. They dug like a little ditch. So it's river water, but it's not really on the water. So yeah. Ooh, Farmer Hannon, I don't know if this is on console. I would doubt it because of the auto load. I don't think this particular type of auto load's on console, but I don't know. I think it's a Missouri thing, right? Like in the state of Missouri, it has to be on a river, right? Or on water, I guess. I don't know about rivers. I think it is rivers though. Yeah, so it'd be the same in KC. Yep, going to the boat. Fun fact, I've never, well, okay. Roll it back. I've been to the boat once. And that was because at the time my brother was a chef there. We went to the buffet. Basically, my brother was working at the buffet, so we went there to eat dinner. I was definitely too young to like, you know, participate in gambling, and mom and dad didn't either. We didn't even like, I don't even think we saw like the gambling part at all. So you watched the documentary on the arch and how they built it. Isn't that crazy, Vegas Bull? Yeah, that's why I say I don't think this particular type of auto load is on console. Oh, Illinois has to be on water too. Right. Yeah, we went to the restaurant part of the casino one time, like a million years ago. And I just never have had an interest in going, to be honest. Never interested me to like go to the casino. I don't know. Not really my scene, you know. But that's all right. More power to the people that enjoy that stuff. It's just not for me. You did have one, but now you can't find it. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Just go into the bale trailer category and look around. I guess. I don't know. Vegas Bowl, I love taking new people to the arch. I've done it twice. I've taken people that aren't from St. Louis and like, all right, we're going to the arch, and then the little door opens on the car and they're just like, what? Although now I think they have like a car that's like a practice one. You can get in it and like see if it's gonna freak you out or not before you actually like buy your tickets. So you can kind of figure it out beforehand. Like if you're gonna have issues with the little tiny car or not. The best part is maybe you don't tell the like new people that the whole car rotates, because the way it all works, you're actually under, like in the center, but like way underground on the arch when you're gonna go up. So where you get on the car is like way underneath the legs, right? Like in the center kind of. So as the car goes up the arch, you would actually be upside down by the time you got to the top. So the little elevator car thing that you sit in actually rotates it's like a barrel basically, and then it rotates to keep you level. The first couple times it rotates though, whew. Oh, the ride isn't the problem, it's looking out the window. Oh. It's not bad. The windows are pretty small. The thing that is trippy about the arch is if you look out the window just right, you can see the legs of the arch, like all the way down straight below you. Because of the shape of the arch being basically a triangle, like the actual physical thing, right? So you can look straight down. That's kind of freaky, I won't lie. I've done it, but it's kind of freaky. Not really a fan of that. It is a ride, isn't it? It's a fun ride. It's a fun ride. Arch is a trip. It's awesome. It's a good time. Actually, maybe I've done that 3 times. I know I've done it twice where I've taken like new people up there. And I think I've done it 3 times actually. It's fun though. It's really fun to do that. But anyway. It's a good time. But knowing you're 630 feet in a balcony with a glass floor. Oh man, Plugger. That's nightmare fuel right there. That is nightmare fuel.
Steven 829 shared X100. Yeah. No, 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 I don't do heights.
You don't do heights. Steven, thanks for the bits. It's fine. As long as you don't go up there on a really windy day, it's fine. Don't ask me what happens on a windy day. You don't want to know. Okay, the whole thing moves, and you can feel it moving. That's not okay. I'm not a fan of that. I'll fully admit that. Just saying. I don't like that part. The rest of it, I don't mind.
Hoyt 2016 just resubscribed for 65 months.
Yo, Hoyt, welcome back for 65 months. Do appreciate the resub there. Somebody that's probably been up in the arch. He's in the area. Talking about the St. Louis Arch. Hoyt, appreciate the resub. Thank you. All right, Baylor, you're going to be good, buddy? You're going to cooperate? Come on, you can do it. All right, so let's go. Nice, Plugger, nice. So we have a science center here in St. Louis. St. Louis Science Center. It's not quite in downtown, but it's kind of close. It's on the edge of what's called Forest Park, where like the 1904 World's Fair was held and stuff. Anyway, so they have two buildings, right? One's on each side of the highway, and they have an overpass, like a pedestrian overpass that goes over the highway there, over Highway 40. And it's cool, but in the floor they have just like random like windows that are down to the highway, and that always used to freak me out. I'm like, dude, if I fall, I'm on a highway, like I'm gonna get run over by a car. Yeah. Last floor over I-80. Interesting, Bert. But yeah, it was, you know, you weren't that high up in the air per se, but just the fact that you're over a highway. What if something happens, you know? Golly, I hated that part. Although actually it was the worst part for me. We used to park on the Forest Park side because it was free to park. And the Science Center is free to get in. So, you know, that was a cool like activity we could do as kids, and it was free, you know. So we would do that occasionally. Mom would take us down there. So we'd park on the Forest Park side, and we'd go into the planetarium. And then to get to the other side, you had to first go through a tunnel on the planetarium side, and then you would go over the overpass. Well, the tunnel at that time was like mining themed, and so it was like you're in an old coal mine, which was cool. But they had this like little mining car that would like on a motion sensor, it would like trigger and like loud noises would happen and it would honk a horn and lights would flash and the whole thing would like drive out at you. I used to run through that tunnel. Okay. I hated that tunnel. It freaked me out to no end, that tunnel. I was not a fan of that tunnel at all. Oh, something's wrong with our second trailer, y'all. There we go. Not a fan of the tunnel. I did not like that tunnel at all. And now I think it's space theme, or at least last time I was at the Science Center, which has been a lot of years ago. It was like space themed. So it was pretty cool. They had like a scale you could step on. It would tell you how much it would cost to send you to space. Like, ooh. Mine was a lot, for the record. Although that was back in the day prices. I wonder what it is now. Is it like higher or lower? Everything's more expensive these days, but with the advent of, you know, private companies, things are getting cheaper. Because this is back before like SpaceX was probably even a thing. Last time I was there. Been a minute. In a minute. I think we went to see some, they have what they call the Omnimax there.
Pankerton just resubscribed for 4 months. Anyone else having trouble with production chains like dairy, not accepting pallets or letting you buy pallets from that building?
Not accepting pallets or letting you buy pallets from that building. Huh. Thanks for the 4-month resub, first off. I don't know that you don't buy pallets from a dairy. I mean, it spawns pallets, I get that, but you don't buy them. I haven't personally messed with a dairy or any factories in a minute. So, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else chat, if you guys have been messing with production chains lately. Last time I messed with them was like Silver Run. It's been a minute. It needs empty pallets for cheese, yogurt, etc. I feel like, is that a modded map thing? Is that? They're playing the Mario movie at the Omnimax? Are they really? Bro, I bet that's a hot ticket. Bro, the Omnimax is crazy. It's a 4-story screen, but it's not like a flat screen. It's like a big like you're inside of a bowl. Imagine like a stainless steel bowl and you're inside the thing and it's 4 stories tall. Shows the option to buy empty pallets as an ingredient, but it doesn't actually buy it. Guys, is that base game or is that a mod? I feel like that's a mod. I don't know that did they add pallets to the... Well, you know what? They might have with Silver Run, actually. It didn't require pallets for production. I don't... Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like whatever map you're on has some issues then. It's like... If I go in here... None of these are gonna list pallets. As like a thing that they need. Now we can make... Oh, I don't have the Platinum Edition on. I think with Platinum you can make pallets, right? Am I wrong? I don't know if you can actually. I know you can make like furniture and stuff. Or like tables and like walls. And... Tiny, what's going on? How are you? It's going, man. It's going. I'm just chilling. Glad my air conditioner's working well and not getting hot. I thought I was going to be a little warm today, but we're doing good. Didn't download any new mods. The only way to roll back mod updates would be if you still had the old file. If you're on PC. If you're on console, no, there's not. All right, Vigorous Bull, thank you. And don't tell me neighbor guy's cutting his yard. He cut yesterday. Oh, there's something wrong with my neighbor's lawnmower right now, too. It is so freaking loud. But anyway. But yeah, it sounds like, so if you're on PC and you had the old file still, you could delete the new file and just throw the old one back in your mod folder. But chances of you having that, if you're just updated, would be slim to none. Where am I that I need AC already? I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, but I don't have a lot of ventilation in the space I'm in. When I say I don't have a lot, I don't really have any ventilation. So like fresh air is not really, I mean, I get fresh air, you know what I mean? It's a thing. Basically, with the computers in this room, it gets hot in here on like a 65-degree day. So if it's like 65 or above, my AC's on. If, yeah, that is annoying. Yeah, it is definitely annoying then. Wow. His muffler. It might have. I don't know what happened. He has just like a little 21-inch lawnmower. That thing sounds like a small block V8 out there running. It's so loud. I don't know what he did to it. I don't know if he straight piped the sucker or like. And the muffler doesn't make that much of a difference on a little lawnmower like that, but it definitely helps. It's loud though. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. I kind of straight piped my lawnmower one time. Kind of. By accident. Not really. You're going to be meeting up with some friends at Lake of the Ozarks in June. Very nice. I actually don't really know if it's nicer or not. I know that it's a bit of a party lake. It spots down there, but as far as like, I don't know. I've never been. Not finding any tunnel-based attraction. Fine center. I don't know that it would. It's just like a hallway basically to get from one side of the other to the other. That's all. Bigger school. If I was spot on, I could probably pick up both sides, but most of the time it's too far, so I just run on one side. And I think especially if I ran the semi-trailers, they have a little bit wider pickup area. So I tend to just run one side. So yeah. Dave, you're always welcome on here, yeah. Always welcome. Come join the lag fest that I have going right now. I'm really learning a lot. You know, how well the map ran Saturday. Even to how it's running right now, because I do have Moore's out running right now. I'm going to definitely try to have everything mowed again for Saturday. So we can just go crazy. And get it done, you know? Definitely. So yeah. But now back to the air conditioning thing. So like on a 65-degree day even, it gets a little toasty in here. So it's not like my air conditioning is running like full bore or like hardcore or crazy or anything. But it definitely is running from time to time. And mostly just a fan runs on it. But the compressor does run sometimes. 168 bales fit on this setup at a time. I got 4 trailers back there. So, pretty good setup. Yeah, I like it personally. I definitely like the setup. I like this over the semis too. I don't like running semis in the field personally. But hey, that's just me. So basically, chat, if you guys weren't here Saturday, I had everything that we had planted in grass at the time. Everything mowed, basically. Everything that we had planted in grass at the time, I had mowed and basically just laying on the ground, right? And it ran, the map ran great. We had like 9 people in here most of the day Saturday. Map was running great. Too many buttons. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Oh, there's the Omnimax. Wow, vigorous bull. And I always like to sit at the very top. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I like to sit at the top for the record. Vigorous bull, and you feel like you're flying when you're like, we went to a one film there one time that was about like the Amazon, like not like Jeff Bezos' company, but like the river, you know, like the Amazon, the forest, that's what it is. But it was, they basically took an IMAX camera and they strapped it on the front of this little airplane and they went and like flew it. Oh my God. It was like you were flying. That whole room, I swear, was just like moving. It was incredible. I'll never forget that. Never. It was so cool. Anyway, exclamation point Discord if you guys want to see what I'm talking about. The Omnimax here at the St. Louis Science Center. 4-story tall screen. And that picture doesn't do it justice at all, but it's cool. You drop this map into your mod folder and it doesn't show up in the choices. The only thing you could try is make sure that like the file that you downloaded, double click it and make sure there's not another zip inside of there. Because I'm going to guess that you have like a folder with a zip in it or a zip with a zip in it. It needs to be just like one zip. Might have to go vigorous bull. It's worth it, man. Even if it's just like some random movie, like whatever. It's cool, man. It's really, really cool. It's a cool experience. I would recommend it. Like I said, I always like to sit at the very, very top. Of course, the last few times I went, like, you know, mom was in a wheelchair, so the wheelchair, the handicap like seating's all the way at the top, so I was kind of forced to sit up there. But I really like it all the way at the top. I don't think I've ever sat like down low. I feel like if you sat down low, you'd spend too much time looking around because you can't take it all in, you know. So if you sit up high, it kind of helps. Just saying. It sounds cool in theory. I mean, St. Louis is pretty cool in theory, yeah. In reality, not so much. But in theory, man, it's a cool place, man. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Dude, if you want to do something like kind of weird and kind of like a zoo, but not, Grant's Farms. Look it up. It's a cool place. I like taking people there too. That's a place I'm like, hey, have you ever been to Grant's Farms? No? Well, we need to go. Kind of like a zoo, but kind of not. It's not overwhelming. It's not crazy big. But it's a cool spot. We used to go there a fair bit when I was a kid, so cool place, man. Oh goodness. In theory, St. Louis sounds cool. In theory, it does sound pretty darn cool, yeah. Reality, eh. Don't go to the bad parts of town, you know? So basically just don't go to the town. Stay out the county a little bit, you know. What's going on here? Oh, I'm on the wrong trailer. There we go. Okay. Like, why is that pile of bales not moving at all? All right. Go to St. Louis, but don't actually go to St. Louis. Clark Bar. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, man. But, like I keep saying, Vigorous Bull, I'll defend the city a little bit. Most of the crime, the murders, it's targeted, it's gang-related, it's drug-related. Yes, occasionally a random person does get murdered, unfortunately, but most of the crime has to do with drugs or gangs. Yep, Farm Boy, we're over 50,000, not exactly sure though. But yeah, most of the crime has to do with drugs and gangs, so if you don't participate in either one of those, most of the time, you're gonna be okay. You're blocked by a bail on your bailiff, aren't you? You can't have the bail. I just want to steal the bail, bro. Just let me have the bail. Let me ride the bus. He needs to back up, or so he thinks anyway. Bail. 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 Come on. By the way, I was so hopeful last night that SpaceX was gonna like close the road and like do the whole test last night and stuff, and nothing happened. Kind of sad. As far as I know, anyway, nothing actually happened. Oh yeah. Talking to your grandma, she said she won't ride the elevator in the arch. Don't blame her. Well, it looks like the crane's going up right now. Could be an optical illusion too, I don't know. Nah, it's definitely going up. I mean, it's a fun, I think it is definitely a, it's a good time, Vigorous Bull. It is going to the arch. They got like a huge movie theater down there too. They have a film about like the building of the arch and stuff, which is pretty cool. When my mom was a kid, or when my mom was younger, they were building that thing, and they used to ride down there because my mom grew up in like South St. Louis County. So not in the city, but like South St. Louis County is where mom grew up. And my grandpa was really, really just fascinated by the arch, apparently. Now, this is the grandpa that died, 50 plus years ago. So obviously I never got to know him. He passed away before my parents got married. So obviously none of us kids ever got to meet him. But he was fascinated by the arch. And just thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And so basically every Sunday after they'd go to church, they would ride down, or well, ride north basically from where they were at, but ride down to the city and park somewhere and, just kind of watch them build in and check out the progress, what happened in the last week kind of thing, And apparently they did that like every Sunday that the arch was being built. And I want to say there's some old pictures or maybe even video from my grandpa, like film, I should say, not even video, film of the arch being built or the process of it, I want to say there's maybe some slides out there somewhere or something. My grandpa, he was real big into like photography and documenting stuff. So maybe that's where I got like the knack for making some videos. I don't know, but he was like really into it back in the day. So kind of interesting, and I'm pretty sure there's stuff out there somewhere. I don't know. I guess my uncle has that stuff. I don't really know who has it. Oh. Because when Grandma passed away, that stuff kind of got scattered a little bit, I guess. If my uncle even kept it, I don't know. He was salty at the world, so he probably threw everything away. The planetarium is an interesting shape. It is. Have you seen a picture of it from Christmas Vigorous Bowl where they put the giant red bow on it? You gotta find a Christmas photo of it. They put a big red bow on the thing. They wrap it around there, big red bow. Pretty cool. That's like a theater in the inside too. They have like films they show in there about like stars and space and stuff, I think. I haven't been to that. I haven't been there in so long. It's been forever. There you go. Dude, that's like an event in St. Louis now. When they put the big red bow on the planetarium. That's like a whole thing, dude. Like, people go there to watch it, and like, it's always on the news the night they do it. There's always a story on the news about it the day it happens. It's like a big thing in St. Louis now, the red bow on the planetarium. Yeah, it's a whole thing, man. It's a vibe. Or something like that. Definitely a thing, though. Which is kind of interesting, but hey. All good. Gotta have something to get excited about, right? I will say the bridge that's between the planetarium and the rest of the science center apparently is a hot target for some drive-bys. Apparently people cruise down the highway and target practice at it. So, but like only at night, you know. They don't really do that during the day. So that's good. It's safe enough. It's bulletproof glass anyway, so it really, even if it did happen during the day, it wouldn't matter. So yeah. Or in theory, it wouldn't matter. Alright. Apparently my NSF patch has been shipped that I ordered last night. That's cool. That's pretty neat. So chat, bales, am I right? Bales, bales, bales. All we got is bales, bales, bales. It's called both right there, Vigorous Bull. Most people call it Highway 40 though. Yeah. Bales. We have a lot of highways that have multiple names. Because it's multiple highways and then they split out eventually. So. There's Highway 40 and Highway 44. 44, but the real like St. Louis people, they say 44. I say 44, but they say 44. Okay. Highway 40 and Highway 44. All right. Just go with it. Trust me, it's a thing. But I don't know that I've ever actually said it like just. That's not how I say it, you know? Yeah. Oh, wow, Sean. That's pretty cool. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, it's tonight, Sean. Wow. I'm sure downtown will be hopping then. Or something like that. And you know, a lot of the sporting events too, like they're completely safe to go to. Because there's safety in numbers. You know? Your people that are involved in gangs and stuff, they're not really gonna go hang out where there's 40,000 people and cops everywhere. So like, you know, the sporting events are, I would say, basically safe to go to. I mean, you got to be cautious though. There's always pickpockets and stuff like that too, but you know, yeah. As far as like the bad crimes, nah, you're fine. Yeah. They're celebrating 120 years this year. That's crazy. Wow. Good old Grant's Farms. It was actually the property that was Ulysses S. Grant, and hence the name Grant's Farms. Just saying. His cabin's still there. I've actually never been on a cabin tour. Apparently they open it up once in a while and they do some tours. Or I guess when maybe before I was born, like it was just part of the, you would just go and you could take a tour. But now I think they only open it up like once or twice a year to some tours. But basically Grant's Farms is a place where you go and you immediately, the only option you have is to get on like this tram. And this tram takes you out past Grant's cabin and kind of takes you on a little bit of a journey just out in like, we'll call it pasture land. You know, there's hills and trees and stuff. They just have like wild animals, wild, quote unquote, running around. There's, you know, buffalo and different deers and just random stuff, you know. And then you eventually you end up at like what I would call almost like a mini zoo. And they have a thing that's like for feeding goats, which is, there's always at least one child, you know, in tears because the goats are kind of aggressive and hungry. So they're, yeah, a little aggressive, but it happens. But they do like animal shows. So they used to do like a show with like parrots and like hawks and different critters they would have do like stuff. It was always kind of fun. They used to do an elephant show, but I think they're down to one elephant, so I doubt they do a show anymore. But they have just like a little zoo kind of thing, and then there's actually a kind of a museum that has a whole bunch of old like horse stuff from back in the day, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of entertaining. It really is. Well, I haven't been forever. And then there's like a beer garden because it was always owned by the Anheuser-Busch family. So, you know, sample some beers while you're there. They give out, I think, 2 little samples of beer to the adults. And then you get back on the tram when you're all done. You can stay in that part as long as you want. But when you're done, you get back on the tram and it takes you back down to the start point. And then most of the time when we would go, now having my mother being in a wheelchair would help this a lot because they'll do anything for somebody in a wheelchair pretty much, you know. So a lot of times when we would go and we would get back on the tram, when we got on, we would just say, hey, can we stay on and just ride again? And they were like, well, as long as there's no line. It's like, all right, cool. Most of the time there wasn't a line. So they would just let us stay on the tram. We'd go ride the whole thing again. We get back up to the like zoo part and we say, hey, can we just stay on? We just want to go. We already, you know, did this. They're like, yeah, sure. That's fine. So then we would just stay on the tram and basically go for a whole lap and then get back in the car and leave. So a lot of times we would do that just for funsies on the way out. Kind of interesting. There's actually a huge mansion on that property too. You can see it from Google. Google like satellites, but the I guess people in the Bush family still live there. I have no idea. For a long time I know some of them did, but I don't know. They still do. Hey, that last trailer's not turned on. Who just realized that besides me? They ain't picking up any bales. Here we go. Let's try it now. Yeah, my bail number hadn't changed in a minute, has it? I was just excited talking about Grant's Farms. Okay. Used to go there a fair bit because it was kind of down by like, it's kind of in like South County, not quite South County, but we would go there and then like go hang out with grandma or like whatever, because it was kind of down by where grandma used to live. So yeah, childhood memories, chat. And not trauma either, like good memories, you know? Good memories. Can't wait to ride the train at the zoo. Biggest bull, that train at our zoo. Man, I tell you what, it is tiny. It is not made for a guy of my size, but I will ride it. Last time I went to the zoo was, it had been almost 4 years. And we rode it for like a lap. Oh, that particular year, my sister was like a part of the zoo club or whatever they call it. So she got like unlimited daily passes for the train. So you could just sit on the train and ride the train and ride the train and ride the train. Everybody got like a wristband or something. I forget how they did it. So that day we went, we rode the train around, and then we're like, oh man, when you ride the train, you get the best view of the elephants. And so like my aunt and I were like, dude, we would kind of want to ride again. We'll check out the elephants, you know? And by the time we rode that thing around a second time, I could not feel my left leg. Was completely asleep because you're cramped in this little tiny car, right? So my left leg was completely asleep. I couldn't feel it at all. Trying to get off the train and not like fall on my face immediately was terrible. And then I ended up just like leaning against a retaining wall for like 10 minutes. So my leg like came back to life. So next time only ride the train like one time around, probably I'd be okay. That second trip around was just like agony the whole time. It was so bad. But it was cool, man. The elephants were awesome. But oh man, it hurt. It hurt so bad. It was pure agony. Cause it's tiny little cars on the train there. They actually just unveiled a new engine. It's all electric, which just wouldn't be the same to me. But you know, that's okay. And that's my story about the Zoo Line Railroad. You're welcome, chat. Biggest Bull, when are you coming down? Like, is this a thing you're actually like this year, or like next year, or like 12 years? Like, I know you've talked about this for a while. We've talked about this before numerous times. Oh, that first baler's done. How about that? Wow. That's good. Or sorry, that's a mower, not a baler. Balers have a ways to go. Mowers are starting to be done, so that's good. That'll help with our leg a little bit. Not that it's horrendous or anything, but still help. Right. Yeah, there is some cool stuff about St. Louis. There really is. I know everybody likes to rag on St. Louis, but there's some cool parts too. Like Gus's pretzels. Is they? Next spring. Okay. That's fine, Biggest Bull. That's fine. Okay. I didn't know if it was something like gonna happen like this summer, or that's mostly I just wanted like a rough time frame. I didn't want exact dates. I'm not gonna stalk you. Welcome in. How's it going? You might stalk me, but I'm not gonna stalk you. Just say it. I'm waiting for you. So when you come to town, you better take a picture of the arch. And your caption better be something about like the Wi-Fi's great, okay? Or be like, I'm looking for John. And I'm like, you know, actually 40 minutes away from the arch. Depends on how fast you drive though. 30, 40 minutes, somewhere in there. Yes, people can be weird though, definitely. I should have clarified when I asked the question. I didn't want an exact date, trust me. Welcome in, peeps. How y'all doing today? Hopefully everybody's good. Only got 2 weeks left up here before you move back to Alabama. Where's up here? Another beard man. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Harsh controls the weather. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. Not bad. Hard to keep up with everybody, you know? Y'all get into some crazy stuff. Just saying. You know where I'm going to be because I don't really travel, so. Y'all get into some crazy stuff around here. We talked about that last night, like people that travel, which is totally fine. It's not me. Not me. I like being around familiar things. The house, the farm, you know. Farm. Mostly the farm keeps me around these parts. Well, Beardman, I hope everything gets better, man. The Gateway Geyser. It's kind of cool too, yeah. Any last time making that drive? Well, that's good, I guess, right? Is that a positive thing or no? I don't know. I don't know your life. Don't know your life. I'm sorry. Right. There goes 1, 2, E, a 4. Alright, trailers should be all good. And dude, I tell you what, not trying to like downplay anybody's or anything, but like winter kind of sucks, doesn't it? I don't know if that's like what's getting you guys through like in the mental health department, but I know it's for me. Winter just kind of sucks. Definitely riding a riverboat. Okay, Vigorous Bowl, I've never even done that in Missouri. Okay. I've never been on a boat in Missouri. I've been on 2 boats, like, ever in my life, and they were both in Illinois, in Chicago. But yeah, I'm just saying, mental health in the winter, man, it's kind of rough, chat. I won't even lie to you guys. It was a long winter. It was a rough winter. John, what's up, man? How you doing? I feel like now that like spring is here, it's like it's helping, you know. You're gonna meet me where? At a riverboat? Probably not. See, what you don't know is I Tuesdays and Thursday nights I go perform on a riverboat as a Luke Combs lookalike. Luke Combs lookalike Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe Sundays too. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. You guys don't know where I am or what I do. Luke Combs lookalike, chat. Sorry, Bert. They used to have a boat that would leave my town and go up the river and do like dinner cruises, but that hasn't been a thing for like 15 years. So I don't know. There are some boats in downtown, I guess. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I don't really get down there very often. Everybody knows this. All right. I try not to anyway. Have you ever seen John and Luke in the room at the same time? Exactly. The answer is no. Dang, beard man. Well, that's good. You're getting taken care of at least, you know. That's good. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. Oh, dang. You called the fire department? He probably had a dash cam on. That might be a Freedom of Information Act. You might be able to request the dash cam there, John. Just saying. Here's Bull. Don't put that on me. You're going to be disappointed. That's not where I stream from. Well, you could see me stream from there as long as you have your phone. And just like watch the stream while you're there. How about that? Because that's not where I'm at, bro. You know this. You know I don't actually live in St. Louis. I don't. Well, I mean, I do kind of claim to live in St. Louis, but I'll clarify, I don't. I live close to St. Louis, but I don't live in St. Louis. Oh, man. Prepare to be disappointed, because that's not where I'm at, okay? I think they might do helicopter tours of St. Louis, too. I know they did at one time. I don't know if they still do. They had like a barge out in the river with a helicopter on it. I just thought that was kind of cool. But not something I would actually like participate and like go on a helicopter tour. I'm good. I'll play flight sim if I want to do that, you know? Just saying. Not something I want to do. That's why you wouldn't see me on it there, Beard Man. Too expensive. I'm kind of cheap, honestly. You got a car number, no license plate. I mean, car number, they can tell you exactly who it is. They probably won't, but I would assume it would be a, I don't know how it works on a, for a fire department, but a lot of departments these days run dash cams at least. I don't know if that falls under Freedom of Information Act or not. I don't know. I know like a police body camera does, or a dash cam, but I don't know about fire. Not sure how that works, to be honest. Like I said, if he even had one. Nothing says he had to have one. But not a bad idea to have it, you know? Just saying. I still wish Dad had a dash cam in his truck. There was a night he was coming home from the farm on a Saturday. And he was going straight through an intersection. Okay? 20 minutes, like, it's like $200. Holy cow. Yeah, you're not going to see me on a helicopter tour. That is what matters, John. Yes. But he was going straight through a T intersection, right? And he was at the top of the T going straight through. He had the green light. But apparently a golf cart with 3 ladies on it cut in front of him. They came from like the bottom of the T and turned right. Okay? Got right in front of him, and it was all he could do apparently to stop or to like slow down and not take out a golf cart with 3 women on it, right? And he said the ones up front like didn't react at all. He goes, but the lady sitting on the back of the golf cart looking backwards, he goes, pretty sure she needed a new pair of drawers. Because like, you know, that would have been pretty bad, you know. Here comes this Ram truck coming up, you know. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. Like, it could be bad. Saying. Like, ooh. Exactly, Waller, yeah. Exactly. But yeah, can you imagine like being the one on the back of the golf cart and like seeing the truck coming at you. Like, oh man, what the Hannah Montana is going on here? What are we doing right now? Why are we trying to turn that way? You're the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I think he's just trying to loop out because he's going back right there. Mr. Duels can't turn that sharp, you know. That's funny. So I think looking at SpaceX stuff down there in Boca, it looks like they're probably not going to do anything tonight either. They've put the giant crane back in the air, and I don't. Yeah. Oh, no lights or sirens? Oh. Hey. Okay, then maybe that's different. He may not have had a dash cam on if he even had one then. Okay. I thought you meant he was responding to something. Okay, never mind, John. My bad. Holy cow. Then that's just really bad. That's really bad. I thought you meant he was running code. All right. Oh. Oh, wow, wow. That's true, Waller. Yeah, he should. Depends how big your department is, I guess, too. Alright, John, it's all good, man. We're just glad you made it home safe. How about that? That's what matters. That's what. Oh, there's more there, and I just. Okay. Little bump. No big deal. Fine. Have I been to the botanical gardens? Yes. It's not really my kind of scene. Vigorous Bull. It is a ton of walking. And I don't mind that per se, but I went with my sisters. The only time I've been there twice. And one time we went for what they call the Garden Glow, which is basically where they have a bunch of Christmas lights. It's actually pretty sick. But they have just the rest of the year. It's pretty cool. And my sister was like wanting to power walk through it all. And I'm like, let's, enjoy it. She's like, no. So. Right in. It's time to say how's the weather. But yeah, Botanical Gardens is cool if you like flowers and stuff. But like I said, my sister wanted to like power walk through it and like just get through it. And I'm like, we just paid like a stupid amount of money to get in the place. Let's enjoy it, Like take a little time and chill. Exactly. That was my point, Vigorous Bull. That was my point. It is a ton of walking though. It is a large area. Yeah. They do it up right for Christmas though with the Garden Glow, they call it. It's really cool. But it's cool the rest of the year. If you're into like flowers and nature, that stuff. It's cool. It's pretty neat. I love all we're talking about today is St. Louis. That's like all we've talked about. Oh man. Okay, I'm here for it. Vegas Bowl, I will definitely tell you the name of the good St. Louis pizza if you're interested off stream. I'll have to DM it to you or something sometime. But yeah, obviously you got time. Not in St. Louis, that's why I don't say it. Because it's not actually in St. Louis. It's out here where we live. But it's delicious pizza. You can ask Lonely, he had it. Actually, I wonder which one he went to. I'll have to have him DM me that sometime. Yeah. Problem over there? I don't know. Trailers are just too close together. Oh, yeah, right?
Robing86 just resubscribed for 16 months. Hey, 16 months already, smile, hope you're having a good day.
I see the problem. There's a problem, chat. Thanks for the 16-month resub. Welcome back. I'm having a fantastic day. How is your day? Went to the bad. Now the bad one closed, Bert. The really bad one closed, Bert. Yeah. You were getting a Trisket and might have ran him over. You know, Dave, most people would have said, oh, the game was lagging. Thank you for being honest and saying you were getting a Trisket. I don't know why that hit me in the giggles. Oh, that's good, Dave. That's good. Oh. Wow, Yulberry. No. Tractor was killed. Cause Trisket. Thanks for the honesty, Dave. Really appreciate it. Doing good. Awesome. Oh, man. Yep. Trent would have been over here going, this game is laggy. Trent's not even here. I'm picking on him. I'm sorry, Trent. Trent was hauling fertilizer today. He's busy trucking. Oh, man. Killed by Trisket. Heard it all now, chat. Don't want to pull out the game. You should book the Arch View. I mean, if you're going to stay in downtown, you want to look at something cool, yeah. Definitely. You're actually going to stay in downtown, Vigorspol? That's crazy. I mean, it's cool, I guess. If you're into that. I have no idea how much there's hotels are down there. Never stayed downtown, ever. Almost had to that one night, though. We had a snowstorm. We were down at the home show. We probably would have been a lot safer just to spend the night downtown, but we braved it. We made it home. Only took us like almost 2 hours to get home that night, I think. It'd take no more than like 40 minutes, so yeah. That was an interesting snowstorm, we'll just put it that way. I'm getting back into Satisfactory. Actually, I kind of think maybe Friday. I don't know. I gotta talk to the crew. I'm kind of wanting to start a Satisfactory server for like the normal guys that I game with, the ones that come in TeamSpeak, like boys I know. You know, I think it would be really fun to start a server with them. Now, in the past, I've always done it where like I'll open it up to at most was like 3 people, but I think this one will be more. And like I said, it's the people that like we normally game with or you know, hang out with in TeamSpeak and stuff. So, yeah, right across from the old courthouse. Ooh, you're getting fancy now. All right, that's cool. I mean, if you're gonna travel to St. Louis, do it right? Just saying, do it up. And you're taking like your time and planning and stuff. That's cool too, you know. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Can't wait for it. You've been playing a lot lately. Yeah. A couple of the guys have really gotten into it. And I think it'll be cool to play it and just see the creativity. Because I'm not very creative in that game. You know, my idea of building a factory is just like going somewhere where it's remotely flat and just laying down a whole bunch of foundations and just making a flat, you know, one story, just like boom factory. That's it. And it's kind of lame, you know, let's be real. So I think it'll be interesting to like get the creativity of the guys and see what we can come up with, you know. David Moon 5, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Post for everybody, obviously. Hope everybody's having a good day. Good Tuesday. Holy cow. You know, somehow I was thinking about this last night, chat. You know, Easter was just on Sunday, right? And Easter candy is a huge part of Easter, right? You know, you got your Reese's eggs and your whatever, right? Huge part of Easter is the candy because we have to commercialize everything and blah, 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 right? Right? Somehow this Easter, I didn't have a single piece of Easter candy. And I'm okay with that because obviously I don't need it. I mean, look at me. Come on. I'm aware. But like somehow I didn't have a single piece of Easter candy. And I'm kind of proud of myself, to be honest. Kind of proud. Same, awesome. It's a weird thing, but like it's a good thing, you know? David didn't have any either. Wow. Go guys. Alright, we need to yap these balers out, man. These balers are way too close together right now, so I'm just gonna sit here and we're gonna punish a couple of them. Just make them wait. Just make them wait. You had a Peeps flavored Pepsi. Does that count? No. No. On Easter only. No, I haven't had any Easter candy at all. Period. None. Not just on Easter, but at all. Four nights with taxes, it's $1,100. Wow. Wow. Dude, that's pretty sick, John. Not gonna lie. You're right. Right. Bert, you're not wrong. Not wrong. I think the big thing was there was no Easter candy at my sister's house because we went to my sister's, and then somehow this year we just didn't get any Easter candy here. Darn little. In years past, it was always mom would go crazy for Easter candy, but dad usually would buy some. But I think he might have bought some, but just gave it to my aunt. I don't think it was. I don't even know. I don't know. Your kids tricked you into eating a Peep an hour ago. Okay. Vegas Bowl, that, yeah, I mean, I'm not picking on it or nothing. I'm not picking on it, bro. Did I take the paper plate, fill, and leave? No, so here's the thing. For my sister's house on Easter, it was supposedly like brunch, she called it, right? They were making basically like bagel sandwiches, like breakfast bagel sandwiches, or like croissant breakfast sandwiches, which is fine. Okay, that's good. Whatever. A croissant I can eat. The croissants taste good. That's what I had. Bagels, taste like bread, so they're kind of ooey to me, unless it's like a flavored bagel. But like, so I had a croissant with, you know, sausage and egg and cheese on it, which it was good. And then there was this tater casserole thing that I'm just not a fan of at all. I had just a little bit of that. But basically we hung out there for a couple hours, and then when we came home for a minute, then we went to the farm, and on the way to the farm we stopped at McDonald's. So that was my Easter lunch, was McDonald's. Cause I was like, we were about to leave town, and I was like, aren't you hungry, Dad? And he's like, no. And I was like, well, I am. I'm starving. He's like, okay. So. All right, Yuleberry, you're living life. Let's go. I do miss like Reese's peanut butter eggs. Or, oh, the Cadbury eggs, but not the cream ones. Caramel. The caramel, like Cadbury. Oh. Man. No launch rehearsal this week. Dang, Sean. I was hoping to see it. John probably come help us clean up bales. If you don't mind, man. Probably come help us clean up. We got a long way to go. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Watch your bandit run. Oh, there goes the thing. Oh boy. Only 2,000. I saw 30,000 in here the other day, guys. 30,000 ping. Yeah. Not crying, Infinity, but if you want to help, you're always welcome. Not crying. Vigorous Bull, no, I totally get it, man. I was just gonna say maybe, like, don't actually stay in St. Louis, like, stay out kind of where I'm at. Was the only thing I was gonna say. There's some pretty nice, nice hotels out this way. I don't know how much, like, price-wise they would compare, though, you know? That's all I was gonna say. We have 4 balers. We have 4 balers at 10K. I'll show them to you right now. Wow. The tears of regret. Wow. Anyway, here they are. 1, 3. So those are our balers that are full of bales. But that's all I was gonna say, Vigorous Bull, is like, you know, I don't know, you guys, I guess you'll have a car, so like that won't be an issue to, like, say if you want to go downtown, you could go downtown. But, you know, it's up to you, man. I'm not gonna, like, tell you what to do. You do whatever you want, man. Just saying. We should get by Saturday, Sean. Yeah, we should have them. We should. Go betcha. And obviously, Vigorous Bull, you know, I can't, like, give away too much because I'm not going to tell you the hotels or, you know, the area I'm talking about, obviously, on stream. So, yeah. So, I'll just smile and nod. It's almost break time, chat. Almost break time. But yeah, we should have another baler eventually hit 10,000. Oh, yeah. The only thing I'll really say is, you know, we're over 50 now for sure. Exactly how many over 50, I'm not sure. You have to add it up. Oh yeah. It's all good. New Holland was at 8 something, yeah. Yep, for noodles. It sure was. Let's check it just for funsies. Oh, 78.94. 7894. So yeah, turn it loose, let it bail. Be a whole thing. Be a whole thing. Got the eastbound and down song. I don't know what the name of it is, but whatever. It's stuck in my head, and I don't know why. I haven't heard it forever. Don't know, chat. It's all good. Oh, I got something in the mail yesterday, chat. I don't get a ton of mail, and I was shocked to see it. To a point. The place I've been ordering all my tractor parts from, they have a 2023 catalog, brand new. It's got updated pricing and stuff like that. They sent one to me, and I was kind of surprised to see it, but I have been purchasing a lot of stuff from them. So I understand why they sent it to me. I was just shocked to see it in the house. I was going to order one next time I ordered something from them, and by golly, George, it just showed up yesterday. Renaissance by the airport looks fancy. I bet it is fancy. I've actually never been there. I don't know. I would just listen to it last night. Great song. It is a good song, yeah. But for some reason, it's stuck in my head, and I haven't heard it in years. I don't know why. That's all right. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, now I can order my chrome exhaust pipe. The problem is, Plugger, it went up like 50 bucks. Yeah. I kind of have just been waiting because I know there's going to be something else we need. And they don't have like a free shipping thing. So, I mean, I was just kind of going to wait and maybe shipping wouldn't be as bad, you know, if I ordered that and the flapper and something else. I don't know what else we need right now. But I'm sure there's going to be something, you know. So I've just been kind of waiting on like the next thing that we go, oh, okay, we need XYZ, you know, whatever that is. But we haven't actually done a lot on the tractor in the past little bit, so we haven't needed anything. I'm just happy the tractor runs. And I'm gonna finish those couple of tails. I think there's only like 3 here. I'm just really happy the tractor runs at all. And we got the alternator figured out the other day. So that was good. But yeah. So the next thing really, because we're basically the wiring is where we've been at for a little bit here. Now that we don't have it done, but we know what we're doing now finally. Now that we have that all figured out, need to finish that up. And then we can go to the rear end and we're going to try to suck out whatever oil and water are in the rear end, because we know it's full of water. Try to get all that out of there. Because the problem is on the final drives, there's not a drain plug. There's a level fill plug, and that's it. There's not actually a drain. So, kind of a problem. So we have like this oil vacuum, we'll call it, an oil vacuum. And we're going to try to use that to get out as much oil as possible. The way to actually take the oil out is to take the bottom cover off the final drive. That covers that big gear in there. You can drop that off. We kind of don't want to do that though. We're trying to avoid that. So there is that. But I know the transmission doesn't have nearly as much oil as it's supposed to in there. Mostly because we took the fill plug out and, well, we couldn't see any oil. So We know that it's going to be bad, and I'm probably going to do the whole, like, diesel in the transmission instead of running, like, oil the first little bit. We'll throw some diesel in there, drive it around for a second, drain it, throw some diesel in there, drive it around, drain it, and then maybe do some oil after that. It's just 30 weight is all it runs, I think, or 20 weight, but we're going to put 30 in. I think it's supposed to be 20. But we've already decided we're putting 30 in it. Because why not? It's kind of old. It could probably use a little thicker oil, right? Or something like that. But yeah, definitely need to get onto that part. Eventually, we'll get there. All in due time. All in due time. It's the only 4-star that isn't downtown. Interesting. I'll do a little research off stream sometime, Vegasbull. I might DM you about it. How about that? Infinity, the tractor, when it rolled off the assembly line, would have had a generator. However, yeah, that is a fancy hotel. I always like the shape of that hotel. I don't know why. Every time we go past it, I'm like, dude, that is a cool looking hotel. It had a generator on it originally. It's old enough for a generator. But well, actually, the tractor had an alternator on it when we got it. So it had been converted from a 6-volt system to a 12-volt system. Originally, that tractor was 6-volt. So it had already been converted. And Sean, I see it's break time. I know we'll get to that in just a second. The tractor had already been converted to 12-volt. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it 12-volt. So we bought an alternator, 12-volt. And then we bought, well, we'll put a new battery in it eventually. But right now, it actually still has the battery that came with the tractor. And actually, I think it might live. I don't know if the guy that had the tractor kept it on like a charger. Battery's old as dirt, but it works. It fires that tractor right up. It's a hot battery still. It holds a good charge, so might as well run it until it don't work no more, right? That's my theory. But yeah, so technically, like, the headlights that came on the tractor were probably 6-volt lights. So I'm gonna have to at least replace the bulbs to make them 12-volt. We could bail the little field 1. I did mow that earlier, or eventually, not yet, I would say, but 7 needs to be bailed once that more gets a little farther done. Yeah, something like that. So, or you could start working on these end rows up here where the other balers have already gone, so that, like, they don't run into, you know, don't put bales out in front of them, obviously, you know. Yeah, or pick up bales. Although we're making good progress on that, so whatever. All right, we're gonna ride with Cody's baler, chat. It is my break time. I will be back in just a couple of minutes.